Hi guys, welcome back to our episode of Blackpink Leader again. And we just say, oh my god, the topic today is so interesting. So that's why I just say to Pauline before we press the enter button. So what do you think, Pauline? Do you like this topic too?
Oh, I love it because it's like the mentor's journey, wisdom gained and given.
Yeah.
Because I
Wow.
must say, I'm very grateful. Why very grateful is because I do have quite a number of mentors in my life that
Yeah.
helped me in my journey, really, a lot. Yes, right from the beginning when I started as a young girl working in a restaurant, I had a mentor whom I really, up to now, can really appreciate what he has done for me. And then followed by when I was working in the Ministry of Defense as a young officer, how a very senior mentor. He's at because I was put in the project with him, and what so much I've learned. Actually, the leadership I learned from both of them, and subsequently was the leadership that I've seen in another department head that when he left, all of us cried. As in, like, he left the organization, he didn't die, Until now, we still keep in touch. All these so called my bosses, whom I've known them for, I work since young. Until now, I still keep in touch with them.
Mm.
And they are really my mentors in my journey. Some are more authoritative, some are more soft hearted, but all of them are great, really. Yes. So, and right now, I also have the honor to mentor quite a number of entrepreneurs as well as maybe normal person who wants to be better in their finances. So that's where I find that mentors are really necessary in our lives to teach us stuff, really. And that's where I learn the most rather than just maybe training programs or reading books. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. How about you, Anne?
So when Pauline will share about that, I
Yeah.
do some keying about what is mentor mean, right? And it's here.
Wow.
Mentor is someone who are guiding you, support
Mm.
you, skill development, networking, and role model. Right?
Yes.
That's the definition of mentoring.
Yes.
And I think that's already can tell you much that all these skill set you don't have in school. I'm sorry to say that. It's like nobody tell you, teach you to be mentor someone, or nobody tell you like, hey, get out life, you need to find a mentor. I think
Mm.
like all the relationship, mentor mentee have to be at the right time,
Yeah.
the right people, and the right chemistry to share and to talk up, to share back the knowledge and the wisdom, and or support, like, or
Yeah.
to give you some knowledge and whatever. Yes, I have not mentor too, I'm grateful whoever passed my life be my mentor,
Mm.
short while or long, or anybody can come to your life and teach you something, but the deep
Yes.
connection to call mentor, I think you have to be
Mm.
really really like lucky to meet that person. And what have I learned when I be a mentee and now when I be a mentor to other people is knowledge is something to pass down,
Mm.
but yet at the same time, how do you remove emotional ego, pride of yourself, thinking that you know everything and
Yeah.
mentor someone, and you are think you know better than other or whatever. I think that's the biggest thing so far at this age I learned, right? Is your mentor can be correct in certain years
Mm.
and they can change. And the knowledge they know no longer valid, for example. And then
Yeah.
how do you have enough courage and strength and awareness to get out of it, but at the same time learn from that mistake, so when you mentor someone you don't think you better than other, right? Your
Mm.
mentee one day can be better than you, they can be stronger than you, their wisdom can be in different era where you don't know. So I think
Mm.
it's really a art when you be a mentor journey, like you have a mentor and it journey with you, like a dance. And then after that
Got
you're
that.
going to help the next person, how like it's really like a dance, like move from different person to the next person, I find.
Yeah. Yes. So maybe, Anne, I want to ask you this question. I talk so much about mentor, and really, there's actually a difference between mentor and coach. Later, I'll share a little bit more. What's
Yeah,
the difference
definitely.
between a mentor and a coach?
Yeah,
Because coach, a lot of people get confused. Yeah,
yeah,
I like to say that they are coach when they are mentor. And after that, they are like, I want to find a coach. Actually, no, you need to find a mentor rather than a coach, right?
yeah.
Things like that. What's the difference, right? So maybe you want to share with us who was the most impactful mentor in your leadership journey, and what was the greatest lesson that they have taught you? Yeah.
Okay, so far this man is very special to me, and he give me. So I know him after my divorce, right?
Mm.
I will go through my deep divorce,
Yeah.
and he's the one who introduced me leadership, right? I did not.
Yeah.
I always be a boss in my company, but I did not know the term leader until I know him.
Mm.
And I think the bigger lesson he teach me that up to now I still use it, and I still, I don't know, maybe 10 years from now I change, but right now I think it's so hurt, but it's so true. So we will have a sit when after I divorce, and I told him that I want to be a leader. I want to be a mom for my daughter to look up to. Um, I have to, and I want it. Can you teach me? And then I remember we have a burger, the mini burger box,
Mm.
and I sit with him, and he tear the box, and he take the pen and he write for me. He say, okay, you have option A and B. A, you're going to be marry some rich guy, which is you more than enough potential to do it. But you have to sacrifice your leadership role. You have to sacrifice everything. You're going to, I will teach you to be that trophy for the guy. Second option, B, you're going to be a leader, right? You have to refuse to be a mother to your child. You have to
Mm.
refuse to be a woman standard of the society. Yes, you will be the boss. And ask yourself this question: if tomorrow you have a big deal in overseas
Mm.
worth $1 million, but your
Mm.
daughter at the same time have food poisoning in the hospital, do you
Mm.
run to your child, or you still continue with your team to fly overseas for that deal? And then he don't let me answer. He say, do not answer now. Think
Mm.
that two option, which one you willing to sacrifice, and I see you
Mm.
again 6 more week. He don't see
Wow.
me for six
You
week.
6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 week, yeah. Even he say, because he want me to make sure that whichever direction I go,
Yeah.
I have to keep my word. I cannot,
Yeah.
today I say I be a leader and tomorrow I change, and you know my answer, right? And I come to back with him 6 week later, and I say, and I have to sit with myself and cry myself when I have to imagination all this scenario, right? Okay, what he's mean about I'm not going to be a mom to my daughter. I'm going to be a leader to my daughter. What's that mean? What's that mean? Like I have to go deep inside myself and
Mm.
understand what is a leader to my child. It different would
Mm.
be a mom. Be a
Mm.
mom is when my child fall down. I need to come and, are you okay, baby? But be a leader is me if my daughter fall and even my heart is pain. I have to look at her with a loving eyes and say, baby, you can get back up again. Without come and pick her up, and and I've been do that from the choice I make with him
Mm.
whenever I was 2 years old, right?
Mm.
So, and that's when the journey become starting. He guide me, he teach me, he explained to me when I feel doubt that I want to fall
Mm.
back to option A. For example,
Yeah.
he say, this is something about different between leader and normal people, that you will have a day like this, but
Yes.
remember your word is your life. Your word is who you are, and if you
Yeah.
cannot keep your word, do not think that you can be leader of anybody life. Yeah, I can cry myself to sleep, or I can go to the night that I feel I'm a bad mother. My daughter was like, I in pain, and I have to aware that am I authority to her? Am I
Yeah.
influence her, or am I be a mother that too protective? It's like the
Yes.
awareness of every second of my life. That's why I shared with you before, right? I choose to be her leader. I'm not choose to be her mom. I think when she grow up, she will understand why. But for me right now, I'm consider myself, yes, I'm still Ava mom, but the way I raise her is very different with another mom. That when your daughter do
Mm.
wrong, you will come and protect her. For example, she
Yes.
have, like, she texting online with her friend, for example, play game, right? And I sometimes I panic for 2 seconds. I'm like, oh my god, she's going to talk to all these online stranger. And you know, you go there, you go to the story that people will chat with your children, and then they will talk and they will
Mm,
seduce her, and then she will go midnight and whatsoever, and you will worry about that for a few more years. That will maybe happen. But then I decided to sit her one corner and I watching TV with her, and I show that the kid who do all this and get kidnapped, and she have her own fear. She's like, oh my god, mommy, this means like if I'm going to chatting stranger about my information, this will be happen. And then I asked her, what do you think? Right? But me in the past, if I don't have knowledge of, okay, I'm going to be a leader for her, then I have to lead her to think as a younger, and then going to be a woman, and then going to be lead her own life, and one day she's going to teach her children.
mm,
I cannot protect her and tell the whole world everybody is bad people, because it's not true either. But I also
yes.
cannot give her so much fear for her to go out and all these evil people smell fear very quick, right? Like, oh,
Mm,
the more fear you are, the more I will go after you.
yes,
So
yes, yes, yes.
it's an art. It's an art of. So yeah, that's the most impactful thing that I have for the last many years. I with this mentor, and up to now, yesterday I just meet him and he asked me the same thing. Are you still choose the same thing? And he burst to laugh. I said, what are you talking about? I'm still in the same choice, right? I did not change. So if you guys see me still single, it's because the choice I make, right? I very aware that I want to use my time to build my team, and because of this wisdom, I aware that you only have 18 years old to your 60 to do things that you love, right? Because before that, you develop, you grow, you know, your bone, your blood, your body. And then at the old age, you think of slow down, relax, enjoy whatever you make, because you can't compete much. Okay, whatever we do, I think, oh, we still can do it, Pauline. But I
Mm,
think in general, people, when you old, you cannot do much anymore. So I want to live the 40 years or 60 years in the between here to fullest, right? To really enjoy it. And I cannot imagine myself make a choice for the next 60 years of my life, make myself unhappy. So
mm,
I really enjoy a quality time I have with my girlfriend, with women like Pauline. I enjoy my time to have with my team, young people who are driven to grow and look up to me and learning about from life. I'm feel grateful every second I spend time to teach my daughter how to be a young girl, and then one day she'll be a woman one day. It's meaningful for me. And it's so
mm,
hard to explain to people that, because I think they don't make a choice like me. Or they will
mm,
say like, why do you have to sacrifice? You know, you don't have to, you can
mm,
have both. And I'm sorry to say this, I don't believe that. I still don't believe it. And I did not buy into it, and I did not agree with it. Even people tell me like, "Oh, you can have both." I don't believe in that, right? Because I sacrifice a lot to be here, and I'm watching a lot of people around me sacrifice a lot with their career because they choose their family.
yeah.
Rarely you find one person success, the other partner support behind fully, without drama, without problem, without family issue, without kid issue, very rare. Like Uncle
Mm,
Lee is like a rare, like he and his wife is just God made, you know. But how many couple to that level? Of course, they have to work together to be there, but it's like I
mm,
say, very, very complex that you cannot
yes.
lie to yourself that oh you can have both. I maybe one day I change. Right now, I don't believe that. I did not witness that much often. So yeah, I know. Even the people who are the most wonderful relationship I know witnessly, personally, they fight,
Yeah.
right? So fight is normal. Healthy fight is normal. But the sacrifice one person have to make for another person, can be a king or the queen, is a real, and I can talk that for 5 years topic. You know, you agree, Pauline? Like that's kind of topic you cannot even talk in one episode,
Mm,
right? So much trick, so much quality, so much compatible, so much thing for you to be like for me right now to trick my sleep with some guy that I'm going to sleep with. And if he's snoring or his sleep different or he smells smoking or he drinking or even his timeline of working is different with me, I cannot even imagine that. Oh my god. You know, like when you come to the certain age, you realize, oh my god, you love your freedom so much, and you love what you do so much, and you're so fulfilled here, the choice you make is worth it. So thanks to my mentor to give me that choice on the day with me and support me until now with that choice. Yep.
Wow.
So how about you? I think my story is make Pauline like, did you really make that choice? Yeah,
No, I
he
think
was tough. He was tough.
I made the choice also.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should know what,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
It's
How
really
I
tough when people don't. You know, man leader is way more easy get than woman.
yes,
I think people don't agree with that, but I have to say,
yes.
you as a man, if tomorrow I turn myself to a man, I will have 10 wife. With my quality, I'm confident I can have 10 wife.
Oh, I think so too. All the while, you know what they will say when I was in my previous organization, when I was leading the company,
Yeah,
the my business partner will always say, because I've got two other guys and I'm the only female, like
yeah,
the three of us, when we first started out, it's like always the three of us. And they will always say I'm a man in a woman's body.
yeah. Me too. They
Yeah.
say the same thing to me.
Because of how I work, how I make
Yeah,
decisions,
yeah,
how I'm so tough,
yeah.
right? And I'm like tougher than a lot of guys, even in fitness as well.
Oh yes, yes, for
Yeah.
sure. Both
So
of us is a beast.
so even when the time we ran running up, I was the first to reach the mountain top. Yeah, and quite a few guys like in the 20s, they were like dying, nearly died on the
Yeah.
way up, right? And it was like, wow. So then they
Wow.
start to realize that not only I'm mentally very fit, physically I'm also very fit.
Yeah.
So, well, I would say I agree with Anne on the part about women's mentorship. That when he said about if there's a multi-million dollar deal and then let's say our kids are sick, I had that situation many times.
Me
Okay,
too, many
and
times. I
it
thought
was
that's a
still
joke when he say, right? But when I choose it and it repeated until I told my team
yes,
that you need to be ready every time we have event, every time I have event run or every time I have to travel for work, exactly
I
the
have
night
not
before
fall
my
sick.
daughter with fever. Every time, never miss a single time.
Okay, don't manifest for that. Okay, that's why
No,
he came.
I want to change that. I don't know
I need to
how,
change
but
that.
it's really
Need to change
weird.
that.
You know, like the way of universe keep testing you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So that's why I mean I have situations like that, and but I know one thing. It's not that we are heartless, we are ruthless, all
Yeah.
right, and that really put in so-called the sacrifices, you know.
Mm,
And the key thing I want to also highlight is don't feel bad.
yeah.
Don't feel bad if as a woman leader we make that kind of decision, all
Mm,
right, because as I mentioned, why is it called parenting? Parenting is not, it's not called mothering, you know, it's called parenting. Parenting means that it's not just the woman but also the
yeah.
man that needs
Yeah.
to take care of the child as well, right?
Yeah.
Now, parenting also would mean, right, we need the support. So
Yeah.
don't be uh, like to say that, oh, because I'm not around, all right, I felt bad for my children. So get the support. The support will help to take care of the child when there are certain times that call for it. Not that I'm
Yeah.
always not around, I'm always around. Even today that I'm here, why I'm here in Ho Chi Minh is because of my kids.
Yeah.
Because I'm here, my son is celebrating his 22nd birthday. He's having an internship over here. Okay, so I
Yes.
want to celebrate his birthday with him.
Don't
I
forget to
brought my
party. Okay.
party. No, we just had
Party
party.
hard. Okay.
It just happens to be his company's retreat
Yeah.
over the weekend, and we went to Nha Trang, right?
Oh,
That's the first time
nice.
I went on a sleeper bus. Oh, in
Oh
Vietnam, it's
my
so interesting. There's this bus that
God.
can lie down, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. So I had a good time. I see his colleagues, right? He's here for a 6 months internship, and it's also a way for me to thank his
Yeah.
colleagues, his bosses as well. And when I met up with his the CEO was like, "Now I know why Keenan, right, behaves in this way, because of
Mm,
his mom.
yeah.
How his mom has led him, and we enjoy working with him. He's such a
Yeah.
good boy,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So his attitude is so good and things like that. I heard good things about
Yeah.
him. I'm not sure whether it's real. Maybe the boss wants to like let the mom feel good. But it is a place
No, I
where,
really think you did impact your kid. Yeah.
yeah, I do.
I'm sure.
I
Yeah.
think so
I'm
too.
sure.
Because the first thing, 1 to 2 months down, when he was in, because he's working in an event company, one day he just texted me, Mom, I need your help. My boss asked me to come up with certain ideas how we can increase our membership, how we can increase the sales, blah 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 blah, our customer base, and so on, right? So then I had a 1 hour session with him to
Yes.
mentor him, so he knows when this thing he comes to the mom, right?
Yes.
Because the mom can help him. Because all
Yeah.
the while, like what Annie is saying, we lead our children. We not
Yes.
only be a mother, but we are a leader to our family as well. So
Yep.
who was the most impactful mentor in my leadership journey? I've got actually a few, and I was like, while Annie is saying, I was thinking, who is that person that I want to say? But
Yeah.
I would say there is this particular leader, and there are two cases that I learned since young. One was I was a restaurant manager when I was because my background was hospitality and tourism. So I interned in a particular a restaurant called Planet Hollywood. Not sure whether you
Mm.
have heard of that. It's owned by those celebrities. And
Yeah.
after I graduated, straight away they employ me because of my attitude and how I work. They find that it's really easy to just get me to turn into full time. Then I said, well, I just hook onto a full time job because I need money. Yeah, I don't come from a rich family. The moment I graduate from university, I need money. So when there's a job come, I grab it, and they pay
You
me
say
quite well.
yes.
Yeah, I would say yes, right? I say yes first, and if I can find other jobs later on. So I was a young assistant manager. I was actually being bullied by the manager, who was always on shift with me. The moment the GM leaves the company, because I was running a night shift, she will stop working, go to the bar, read her magazine, and I'll be the only one working. All right. But because she's like more senior than me, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
I just work. And
Yeah.
one day at 5 p.m., I'm supposed to be on night shift. My GM asked me to go for a drink. His name is called James. So he said,
Mm.
Pauline, let's go for a drink at the bar. It's actually at the out of the restaurant at some of the side cafe. I said, okay, we go for a drink. And after that, he kept talking to me. We had a chat. I thought, being a GM, he wants to understand how I work. And after that, it's 6:30. So it's like, wow, 1.5 hours. Dinner time is going to come. The restaurant is going to be busy. Then I tell
Yeah.
James, I got to go back because the restaurant is going to be busy, by 6:30, 7, it'll be crowded. So I need to go back and work. Then James said, no, you sit here. I said, huh? Why you want me to sit here? Is there anything important you want to say to me? All right,
Yeah.
we have already chit-chat for 1.5 hours. I said, no, order your drinks. Yeah, if you want, you can have your dinner here. Then I was like,
Oh my God.
yeah. Then it's like, but I need to work. No, I want you not to work. I want the other person to work. So I was like,
He knows.
he knows,
Yeah.
right? He purposely pulled me out because I work too hard. All right,
Yeah.
he knows. No worry, I know that you are very responsible. And that's what it's like, wow. That was the first impression that I got, like a leader is like this.
Yeah.
And how he mentored me. And there's also another time where something happened, marketing team with the ops team. And I wrote in our journal, because our journal every day we have to log in what actually happens to the restaurant, as manager at the end of the day. So I logged in, and he read every day. All right. The
Yeah.
first thing he came to the office, he reads the journal. Why we have logged in the night before. So after he went to the marketing manager to ask what happens, right? Why is it that, sir? Why is there a screw up? And why is it not in the cheat sheet? There's this paper that's supposed to pass to us, but it wasn't stated there, things
Yeah.
like that. So he went to investigate. And after that, the marketing manager called me up and scolded me. Why do you have to write all these things? You need blah, 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 things like that.
Yeah. Oh
Wow.
my God.
And I was like, okay, so I let you vent, right? So I just write whatever that happens. That's my
Yeah.
job, right? Yeah. So, and of course, she's very unhappy. Suddenly, the GM came again and ran her and just scolded her. Yeah. I mean, this is where I really find that this kind of a mentor is a leader, is
Yeah.
somebody I want to emulate. She's the first
Yes.
person that I thought I want to emulate. Not and when I run when he's a leader, he knows what's happening. All
Yeah.
right, he knows who's really working. He knows who to really inspire, and this is the person I want to protect. Okay,
Yeah.
and this is the person I want to help. So until
Yeah.
now today, I still remember. See, and I pay it forward. see the
Yeah.
impact that he has made on me and me on others.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And the second person was a top management when I was in the Ministry of Defense. I was a very young officer, 24 years old, and I had a project with him.
Mm.
Somehow I was selected because of some, they termed me as a form of a development program, a talent development program. So five of us was selected to work with very top management. And he did something because we had a project. I was very stressed. And he every month, he would send a leadership note to everybody. I kept that book until I moved house. I lost it. I was so upset. That book is really all the stories that he have actually shared about what
Yeah.
leadership is, like the
Wow,
upstream,
that's
downstream
nice.
story. Until now, I can
But now
remember.
you can book it in cloud, please. Like
Yeah,
whatever you have now, you should cloud
yeah,
it so
but I
you won't.
can't. I lost the book. I was so upset. And there's this thing about the monkey story that he actually
Yeah.
shared. Never carry other people's monkeys. Things like
Yeah.
that. You see, until now I can still remember. And
Yeah.
after the project with him, he wanted to do something. I gave him the feedback, and I told him this is not going to sit well with the people because I know the ground better, right? This is not going to sit well with people because they won't understand. But him being a scholar, because he's very smart, right? Top management is very smart. No, we go with this. All right, because it's a good idea, but people don't understand. He doesn't understand that people don't understand at his level. So after that, somehow it didn't get the result that he wanted. So he said, please do a survey. Okay, I did a survey. Came back the result. People said they really didn't understand. Then you know what he did? He apologized to me. And I was also so appalled. A
Yeah.
50-year-old apologized to a 24-year-old. Yeah. That's like, yeah, I should have listened to you. Yes. That that's where you can see the humility, the humbleness of a leader. This
Yeah.
is what I learned. The greatest lesson they have taught me is being a leader from the heart. You really know how it's like, and if you make a mistake, it's okay.
Yeah.
Once you admit your mistake, I tell you, your team member give the respect even much higher.
Yeah.
Until today, I can still remember that if I make a mistake, even in front of my kids, if I make a mistake, I will say sorry to them. Yeah, I
Yeah.
will
I
really say sorry to them.
I say sorry to Eva all the time.
Yeah.
Especially when my English is like not her level. She always complain about my English. Oh my god.
Yeah. So
But she don't
especially,
come to the age to understand. I'm not born with it, but it's okay.
yeah,
I still say sorry if my English that not understanding for her.
and you're really good, really, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I also let my daughter know, sorry, you are my trial and error, my elder one. I made a lot of mistakes in you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I tell her honestly,
I
yeah,
think the kid is the biggest project that you have to be a leader with.
yeah,
I have this joke with my friends sometimes. I say, you know, I can lead a few hundred people and I don't feel as tired, as stressed as lead one person in the house.
yeah,
Because your kid is so challenging you because they are get used to you. And sometimes any method you use to work is not work with them
yep,
because they live with you. They see when you're the most horrible, ugly, tired, everything, right?
yes,
Whatever public only see you when you clamoring, wear nice suit, go to meeting, boss, like at home they see you wear the gym gear, wear the sleeping clothes. Do you think they will have respect for you?
no,
I
not only
don't.
that, they will
Yeah,
say they should have known you how you are like when you are at home.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
just totally different when I'm at home.
yeah. Me too. When I'm
Yeah,
home, I'm just be myself completely, and you only be yourself with your kid when you're in the house.
yeah,
Right? Can you imagine you have to not say outside you act up, but you presentation. You have to present. Like you have to
yes,
wear nice and proper because you
yeah.
go to public setting. But at home you can be whatever you want. You're comfortable on your clothes, like relaxing.
And sometimes I throw tantrums. I'm not
Yeah.
aware. When outside, I don't really throw that tantrums that much. It's like I'm conscious, I'm aware. But when I'm with my kids, probably when I'm home, I'm like, I sometimes would behave
Yeah.
inappropriately, I must say. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
throw tantrums. Yeah, I do. Yes. So that brings us to then the next question, like how has mentorship helped shape our vision as a leader? I think we have shared quite a bit. I've shared quite a bit
Yeah.
on how these two leaders help me to
Yeah.
shape my vision when I'm a leader. I also have nasty leaders before, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate, I would say, all those that's not so good, because I learned from them what not to do. That's also a great learning. I
Yeah.
appreciate them, and I really am thankful for them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So about how about you, Anne? Maybe you can share first about how has mentorship shaped your vision?
So because
Yes.
my mentor is not work with me or like interact close like you and me, but sometimes when he teach me something or I meet up, he share his working story as well that I can hear. And I remember one time he shared about the story of a corrupt in his company that he decided to
Ah,
leave the company because he would not stand corruption. Of
yeah.
course, I cannot tell a detail the full story, but
Yeah,
basically,
definitely.
the leader who equal his level try to corrupt in the company, and he bring it up, and the management decide to leave him, like let him go, not let the other leader go. And he say even he him let because of all this leader level, they earn few $1 million per years. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like it's not at the level of him. It's not a small money. His year salary, it can be multi-millionaire salary,
mm,
right? He lead 5,000 people. Of course, salary is not a small number. And that's when he come to me and he sit and he tell me about with everything I know about you so far. He shared with me that do not corrupt. Do not even think about corruption. The
yeah.
last thing in this world, where if I live this life, I would not wish to see any of my students corrupt. I can leave all the money when I speak the truth, and that's what the quality I want to let you know that for me that's a very important. Like that's what he shared with me. But that has changed me up to now, right? Many years I'm still remind myself that yet he my father figure, but at the same time, what he value is the same thing that I value. That's why when I go for charity, sometimes certain place they want to corrupt. They ask me to give money, then I can do charity. I always tell myself that yet I upset about that person just did that. You eat on top of poor people. But yet I have a power of choice. I will walk away or I will
Mm,
solve a problem patiently, slowly, softly to different angle that I still can help this
mm,
location or this group of people or whatsoever. But it's harder. It's tougher. It trained myself become more patient, and I getting understand more about why he tried to do it, why he tried to
mm,
in me plant that seed to remind me that this journey is so lonely and it's so hard when the rest of the world they can tell you a lot of things. And some leader they have that power, they can talk in front of you very nicely, but behind your back they corrupt, right? So he says some people is so good at what they acting. You may think they like that, right? But remember, you and your integrity, that's what bring you to the next life. You have to remember that. So
mm,
I think he shaped me a lot at the vision at leader that even now I think my team always ask me that, well, even your family member ask to apply a job in your company, you don't let them go in certain position, you start with the lower one. I say yes, I am, because my family have nothing to do with my business. If they really want to work with me because they love my company, same like other company,
mm,
they have to work from ground up. And that's why my team very respect me, because I never tolerate any relationship from my family or me or my brother or
mm,
anybody work in my company. Of course my brother left after that because he cannot take the pressure from bottom up, right? But that's not my problem, right?
yeah.
And my team will look at me like, oh, you just let your brother go like
Go.
that. I say, yeah.
Yeah.
I i i say I don't care, I mean it.
Yeah.
Not because I don't love my brother as a brother, but I don't believe in corrupt. I don't believe that I will book him in certain position just because he's my brother. If he
Yeah.
don't have a talent, he don't have a talent, that's it. His talent may useful somewhere, not in my company, and that's just about it. So I think the vision of my mentor helped me to shape is, how can you love everybody equally without a block inside, without a title inside, and even
Yes.
without everything that you name tag it, right? You're born in this world, and it will be the same to my daughter. If even one day she want to be internship in my company or she want to learn all about the business, she have to start from ground. I don't believe that I will spoon feed her to sit in certain position because it's not right. Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah. So you
Uh,
have to earn.
yes. My kids intern in my company before,
Yeah.
right? And they are being treated like anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to feel
Mm,
okay with that, you know.
yeah.
They have to,
Mm,
and then you have to make your team, because for the starting few time my team text me, I say, oh, he did this in the company, but you know we give in. I say, no, you don't give in. What do
mm,
you give in?
yeah.
What are you doing? Are you corrupt for me? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then they're like, oh no, I mean, then what are you then? You're a bad manager. You cannot train him. Why do
Yeah.
you go to me to tell me about how my brother do work?
Yes.
Do your job. You are his manager.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
they still, like, for the first 2 3 times they still come to me, they still keep face to me, and then they realize, oh, she's serious about that. I say, do you want to fire him or I fire you? All right, because it means you're not capable to be a manager. You cannot
Yeah.
spot the talent, you cannot groom the talent, you cannot manage the person, and you book relationship in the between. I expect in the future you
Mm,
will book your own family member in the company.
mm,
And for me, that's something that I'm not tolerate. And I think the firmness of who you are shape the vision you have with a company.
yeah.
I think it's important because it will domino effect. You see, it will lead down. You
Yeah.
can do it, the next person can do it, and the company will keep bleeding.
Yes.
The talent can never enter the company to contribute it in the right way. That's how my vision is. After
Yeah.
my father taught me about his braveness of let go and move to the better place, even in his age, right? You think people in their 40, 50, they will don't change, but he was like, I will leave. Yeah, I
Yeah.
built the whole company by myself. They're not me, I cannot let go that. And that's give me so, sometimes people scared of lose their reputation. They work so hard for 50 years, they have a big name in the industry or whatsoever, and he really do it. It's give me a like, wow, like so powerful.
Mm,
People can call that righteousness, but I know him personally. I'm very believe that he's a very very good, he a very very warrior leader, that he give me a lot of perspective of what true leader is. Yeah.
mm. Great. So just now I've actually shared about those mentorship that helped me shape my vision as a leader. Really, when I look at the leadership, like there's one episode that I talk about how to lead from the heart. Yes, it is really from there that to me, really to lead, that's my vision. Okay, when my vision for being in as a leader is really when people come over here, I must add value to them and they must
Mm,
learn something. So that's always that kind of vision that I have for the individual. So the individuals may not stick with me for forever. In fact, I don't want them to stick with me forever. I hope everyone will rise and shine and
yeah.
really be their true self and be able to. I mean, as a leader, my whole vision is to make sure that I unleash their potential much
Yeah.
more than they could even think for themselves. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be the best. So I'd just like to share an experience where I've learned something surprising from mentoring someone young, because we talk about the mentors. Just like I talk about those who are like much older than me when I was younger, right? Then
Yeah.
after that, how about me mentoring someone and that somebody was actually younger than me, and what kind of surprise? Really, I have this thing for I mentor quite a number of in my team in the past. They are all very very young, okay, and there was this but particular. I'm not sure whether he treats me as a mentor, but he was actually working with me. At the point of time, he was only after his national service, a 20-year-old boy. So he decided not to go to university, okay, and say that, wow, because his family isn't that rich and he really wants to start work early. He's really smart. He finds that if I go to the university, I need to take a bank loan. And by the time I come out, I will be like laden with debt. And By the time I come, it's like 4 years down the road. So these 4 years, probably I can start my entrepreneurship. So that's why he come to our office and start to work for us, and work with us to learn how to really, to start off, right? So, but he doesn't have a particular skill set. He's just being smart. So he start off with running the operations and how to manage classes, and from there he came up with quite a few systems, how to do it better, how to do it well. And the other thing is, after that, he went into, because he's so good at talking to people, because his aim is actually to be an entrepreneur, right?
Mm.
So, and the good thing about, I think, working with us is we don't mind training you up. After that, you become an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
So
me
learn as
too.
much as you can. I'm okay with that. I'm
Yeah.
okay to train people up such that they leave me. Okay, because that 2 or 3 years that's inside with me, they have added a lot of value to the company, because they want to learn so much. They will add a lot of value to the company, yet by doing those stuff with 100% attitude, they are able to also learn as much things to go out and start their own organization, right, and start their own entrepreneurship journey. So that's something that really, I would say, I would say I'm very surprised, but I really learned something from this young chap, that really, when people come in, they don't need to have skill sets one. They just need to have a very right attitude. So once he has the right attitude, everything he can learn. In fact, he find it out himself, and he teach me. I said, Pauline, I think we can do this. I learned from so and so. I went to attend his sessions, and then he actually did this. We want to try this out or not. They said, okay, fine, good. Let's try it out. Let's see whether it works or not.
Yeah.
Right. So this is what I learned from mentoring someone who's actually younger, with that kind of attitude. Of course, with that also, I was really surprised. And I think the universe gave me a really, very good person at the point of time when the company was really small. Okay, and I cannot pay people to come in to really work for me. And that this gem, he just came in, and he really can do so much stuff, and I work very well with him. So coming to the rest who actually came in there, I start to realize, wow, sometimes it's not just about salary, really, and it's not about somebody who's older, who's more experienced, but came up saying he has certain skill set, he or she has certain skill set, but the change and the kind of attitude didn't change fast enough, didn't learn fast enough.
Yeah.
So this is something that I learned when mentoring someone younger, that the attitude is really much, that I mean, it gives me in future, that when I want to recruit someone, it's really based on the attitude that they come in,
Yeah.
whether they are here to really make a difference in their own life and to the organization. Then after that, skill set, whatever they want to learn, they will ask, and then I will be able to guide him, and then the person will learn very fast. Yeah. So how about you,
Yeah.
Anne? Yeah. Any experience you want to share? No? Someone who actually, I suppose you also have, like, you have so many young people in your organization.
Yeah, I think the bigger thing I learned when because I've been with young people from COVID to now, most of my uh, s- staff is young, and they enter to my business when I would transition to online a lot. And
Mm,
I work with a lot of IT guy, and they used to be very shy and quiet, and it take me so long to understand their
mm,
brain behind the scene,
yeah.
what they're thinking, and why the technical guy thinks so different with the sales person like us. Like we selling, we do marketing, right?
Mm,
We in front. And I start appreciate the beauty of technical
mm,
and like online, all this like software thing more when I was forced myself to sit down with them. I will force myself to let them talk what they like. And
mm,
it hard when starting, because we don't, our brain don't work that way. And what
mm,
I have learned when I mentoring all these young people is they're so good at what they're doing, but yet what I can add on to their life is the emotional intelligence that I can support and guide them. I
mm,
used to think that, oh my god, they're so smart, they don't need my help. All right, they can take the task and they do it better than me. I don't even know how to read
mm,
code. But then I was wrong when I guide them and groom them, and they show me the part of them that they're willing to learn, to have the emotional intelligence skill set, so they can lead another IT guy to lead another IT person in
Mm.
the company. I think that's a very impressed me because it removed my thought that, oh, technical guy will forever technical. They not understand what leadership is. They don't want to learn about human emotional. I think no, they don't have enough patient people to understand back their language. And now
Mm.
when I work with a full team who are a lot involved in all this like AI online, my team, right? I have to start understand how to talk to them on their language, and then it is a next level challenge, right? You train someone who have emotional intelligence skill to be a leader is easier than you train someone who completely don't have it, but they have a character that they're willing to learn,
Mm.
they want to learn, they want to change,
Yeah.
they want to solve the problem, but yet have zero people who patient to understand their language to support them, to help them, right? So I think it's so like they break a lot of my perspective of people cannot change, or you born with certain trait and that's it, right?
Mm.
They really show me that yeah, they may learn slower than another emotional intelligent person, but did not mean they don't have, they cannot learn, right? They don't
Yeah.
have it, but they can practice. And
Yes.
I think that is the this world nowadays. I think that's so important as a leader. When I work with young people, they remind me again that keep yourself humble is just not the word. Like you just not say it for a sake of make other people happy. You say it because you mean it and you understand that. Don't look down on people uh potential. They can
Yes.
change, they can grow, and you will be surprised. Some people can change and grow so quick that you were shocking. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
what advice then would you give to those who want to become mentors but feel that they are unprepared?
I think you should know
Mm.
because I know I'm so like I think mentor mentee is a
Mm.
relationship that you have to earn it, and you have to
Mm.
meet at the right person at the right time. You cannot like I have people walk in the road sometime in Vietnam and tell me like, hey, like I want to can you mentor me? I say no. Right? I answer no. I say, why do I mentor you? I say, yeah, but I like you so much. I watch so much of your video. Can you mentor me? It's not work that way,
Mm.
right? It's not work that way, and it never work that way. It's that's how I believe. So if you want to mentor someone, I think first people need to earn the position to be mentor
Mm.
someone, right? People, and then the next thing is the relationship, the readiness of both my time,
Yes.
resources, like the people who want to mentor other. Do you have a time like that? Do you have a commitment? Do you have an intimacy? Intimacy here, I'm not talking about in a bed. Yeah, I'm talking about
Mm.
you have to sit down with your mentee and listen a lot of story,
Mm.
it meaningful for them, important for them, yet it may private.
Yeah.
I don't know if you realize that, Pauline, but I find mentor is beyond coach. Like we're talking about that just now,
Yeah.
right?
There's a difference.
It's very different. Coach, hey, where you going? Okay, I drive you there. But mentor is like, I don't know where I'm going. You know what is good for them, but yet you don't want to tell them that good for them. And then you have to influence them. And then yet you have to motivate them. And then yet when they have some life situation, you know it's as human we will have that. Then you have to help them. And then yet you have to hear their deep secret or their story or whatever that is half in their life. And then you have to give them not advice, not tell them what to do, willing to let them make a stupid decision and mistake, and yet you still there to hold their hand when they make mistake. They come to you and say, I'm sorry, I make mistake. I'm not sure you get what I mean. So I give an example. So my team is young. Yeah, they're good at work, but they're dumb at relationship, right? We are fun about that, it's the truth. And I would tell them that this girl is not good for you, not because I don't want you to marry or have kids, but I really think she is toxic,
Mm.
and you can do better than that.
I see.
And because I'm a female leader, it sounds like I'm a protective, like a mother, but I'm not, right? And I'm like, and he will come to me and he say like, he will never say anything, but I can feel that you will go for that decision, don't you? You will like you because you're young, you're full of hormone. What else you have? Right? But I'm a woman. I know how young women think, right? They see this young boy so smart, they want to trap them, want to set it up. I mean, I know it. I'm old enough to know what this younger want to do. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm just see that they still too young. They under 30, they still have a lot of room. And then yet he still go with a dick, he still do, do thing that he think is good for relationship for himself. And the girl stab in his back. Exactly what I say, right? One night they having fun and she logged into his laptop. She
Oh,
delete everything in my computer, in my company information. Yes, it's true story. She delete all the accounts. She tried to like sabotage his business. She go to his email, write the fun of a lot of weird emails, send to everybody in the
wow.
company. I know, right? And he feels so ashamed that he come like he don't even dare to come to me. I just drop him a text. I say it's okay, shit happen. That's what leader is. When you're ready, give me a call and
Yeah.
then we'll talk about that. And when we talk about that, and he, of course, he feel ashamed, he feel apologize, he say, I'm so sorry, I should listen to you. But I also know he young, right? He naive in
Mm,
terms of that. He won't know what he don't know about woman, right? And I told him, I say, and that's what I'm talking about leader, about mentoring. Sometimes you have to deal this kind of story with people, right? And then what do? You going to punish him like a kid? No, you can't because he's a leader. One day he going to sit down and listen to another story, same from his mentee. I should not judge because I'm sure I do
mm,
dumb things before as well. I'm not perfect. So how do my mentor deal with me when I do dumb thing?
mm.
He listen, he laugh at me, we have a good laugh, we have a good drink. I say, okay, now go and clean your shit, right? And I think that's a thing that people don't understand at the mentoring journey, that you more than a coach. You're
Mm,
not just a coach. You're not just a coach. You are parent. You are coach. You are leader. You are motivation speaker. You are
mm,
strategy leader. You actually everything to this person to guide them in every corner of their life, to be a good wife, good husband, good parent, good leader, good friendship, good citizen for the world, good businessman, a good attitude toward the world. I think is a very very big and complex, more than people think. So if you're not ready, you should don't be mentor for anyone. That's I think my story is very entertaining.
yes.
I'm sure you have that problem before. Do you get what I mean?
Not really. Like, I
Oh,
think,
really? Okay. So I
yeah,
think
in
maybe my
relationship.
mentee is. I think I give my mentee very comfort place where they can give me a lot of deep secret,
Okay. So
and
not so
I'm
much.
actually embrace that because I think
Yeah.
all the dark side of a human lead them to do wrong thing that you should teach them and
Yeah.
solve there for them as well. I don't know. That's how I see it,
Okay.
right?
For
Because
me,
relationship at home
yeah,
is effect work. I find.
not so much of a relationship issue. I think maybe I manage more Singaporeans who are generally more
Yeah.
innocent. I would say
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
life is
Yeah,
probably
that's right.
simple.
Culture,
Yeah,
country, indeed.
culture wise.
Yep.
Yeah. So when you talk about things like, for example, maybe on corruption, it's something that thankfully I don't really need to deal with.
Yep.
Yeah, over here.
Yeah.
Because of it's sometimes the culture.
The
So
culture.
the thing that I need to deal with is more them giving themselves more courage,
Yeah.
dare to make mistakes, dare to so-called fail, those kind of thing. Be a
Yeah.
little bit more creative. Yeah, so this is the type of people probably when I need to mentor. These are the things. But the advice that I would give for those who wants to be a mentor but feel that you are not prepared, it's like what Annie say, just don't do it,
Yeah.
right? But somehow we can be a mentor of another person, and the mentor and the coach is different. So now I'm
Yeah.
just going to share it to end off that a coach doesn't have the subject matter expert, okay, and the person will not be able to guide you. A
Yeah.
coach basically is just to ask you questions so that you have more clarity. So there can be a life coach, there can be career coach. They can't guide you in terms of giving you suggestions. I mean, they sometimes do, but it's really more for you to get it out yourself. So that's what
Yeah.
a coach is for. A mentor is someone to really, you follow the mentor. The mentor is able to guide you. The mentor give you suggestions.
Yeah.
The mentor teach you. All right. The mentor have been there, done that. So that's what a mentor is for. More experience. Okay. But the coach may not have the experience in the things that you do. Right.
Yeah.
So it's more like a third party. So, but they stand from an outsider point of view to share with you what you don't see. So that's what a
Yeah.
coach is for. So get yourself a mentor, get yourself a coach if you need to. All right. And when you want to be a leader, naturally be a mentor as well. Right. So
Yeah.
this is my ending message. Yes.
Awesome. I hope you guys like our conversation today again. You know, every time with the bowling, time flies so fast for me.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
That's
because I
really a lot of
really,
stories.
yeah, I think I really enjoy this kind of, because like we can talk about this for 5 years story, right? You cannot
Yeah.
finish this leadership story because every day something new come up.
Mm.
And because of
So,
that,
so
like,
the
share,
next
and
time, the
subscribe
next
our
one you
channel.
can.
Yeah,
Sorry, you repeat again.
I say so because of that. Don't forget to like our channel so you can always listen to all this story.
Okay. Right. So see you next round.
See. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe both Pauline channel and my channel, and also this channel. If you love
All
what you're
right.
watching, please share it, and we will see you in the next episode.
Yes. Bye.